Knight. I am your guide in the realm of Dungeons and Dragons. I am your dungeon master this evening. And as your dungeon master, it is my pleasure to introduce you to the worlds of Faerun, and specifically the lands of Waterdeep, the one of the largest cities in all of Faerun, and dare I say, one of the more civilized areas of Faerun, uh, if I may. What has happened thus far in an adventure that is called Waterdeep, the Waterdeep, and it's called We Are Live. Um, it is called well, we call it A Fistful of Dragons, but it is actually called a Dragon Heist. But Fistful of Dragons actually seems to work better for this crew. Um, so far, what we have encountered in this, we have gone from first level. We started out right at the beginning with an incredible crew, which we will meet as we go along. Um, but we have started in the Yawning Portal in Waterdeep, a kind of notorious hangout in the city where people come and watch. I guess the best word to say is newbies come to the city and attempt to tackle one of the most fearsome dungeons in all of Faerun, which is under the city of Waterdeep. And most people fail and come scampering back up, or are never heard from again. But this place does do wonderful business with people who love to cheer on those youthful and foolhardy adventurers that decide to enter a lair of the Mad Mage, and Undermountain being the most notorious dungeon in all of Faerun. So this crew was gathered together by one of our crew members by the name of Mr. Sideways, or that's how he introduced himself. And he brought together this crew of uh, ne'er-do-wells and good-hearted folk, with the intention of helping discover what the kerfuffle is between the Xanathar Guild, which is one of the most notorious criminal organizations in all of Waterdeep, versus the Zentarum, which is a large mercenary group that is better known and best known for more of a central Faerunian influence. But they are trying to expand themselves to the west, and in so doing, have caused some friction. And so, very hot, kind of a July or flame rule time of the year. It's hot, it's miserable, it's sweaty, and there are some violence in the street between the Xanthar and the Zentarum. And so it was Mr. Sideways' job to put together a crew to help determine what's going on. So that is why they were all brought together. And then, as they were drinking and having a good time, a troll escaped from the Undermountain regions of the Yawning Portal and came up in through this tavern. And the crew assisted in destroying this green nasty. And impressed one of the patrons by the name of Volo. Volo is a very well-known author in Waterdeep and, dare I say, throughout all of Faerun. And Volo, he approached them and said, "Wow, that was great. I loved what you did there. Perhaps you could help me. You seem very well put together. Perhaps you could help me find my friend Floon, who I went drinking with and then lost last night." He told them some information. They decided to take on his offer of 100 gold pieces each, of which he gave everyone 10 to start. Um, and wow, 100 gold pieces to find someone, it sounds pretty lovely. So everybody decided to join in. After many an adventure, they did find Floon and rescue him from the clutches of a Xanathar um, hideout. And they brought him back to Volo to nurse to health. And Volo said, "Ah, wow, that was fast. I don't have the money that I promised you, but I have this property that I just bought, and I perhaps could sign it over to all of you as owners of actual property in Waterdeep. Wow, that's great." And so everybody said, "Well, that sounds like that evens it out very well.
There could be worse
Uh,
things.
there could be worse things than owning property in Waterdeep."
Got the
Wow.
makings of a Disney movie.
Yes, it does, right? Except it's the hi, would you like some property in New York? Because I can't pay you. Um, so they come to this property. It's in a very nice neighborhood, but it is rather run down. And after a few moments spent inside, they realize, damn, this place is probably haunted. Um, so eventually they do meet and engage the ghost of Troll Skull Manor, of which the property is called. The ghost is named Leaf, a former owner, who says, "Wow, okay, as long as you guys are planning on fixing this up to be a inn again and a tavern, you got my help." So they learned how to communicate with him through yes and no answers, and befriended the ghost of Troll Skull Manor. While this was happening, they were approached by a very important presence in the city because during their escapades early on, they met Raynar Neverember, who is the son of the former Lord of Waterdeep, the Open Lord of Waterdeep, and kind of a big party guy in Waterdeep and well known. They rescued him from the clutches of the Xanathar slash Zentarum uh, kerfuffle. And with that, he befriended them and has helped them along the way. One, to invest in Troll Skull Manor reopening, and also to help them figure out what's going on the streets of Waterdeep. Because they befriended him, they approached him with some lovely finds that they found in Troll Skull, being some very expensive and lovely liqueurs from around Faerun. And he gave them more money because he said, "Damn, I want in on this." Um, so, part of the process, sorry, just checking in. Here we go. They also heard that there would be a um, possible confrontation in a place called Virgin Square in Waterdeep, in which they all got together and decided we're going to cut that off and see what's going on. They went to Virgin Square and wound up in some uh, combat between the Xanathar Guild that was shaking down a local book merchant. They also ran into some guild members.
Oh shit, well, geez. It's excellent.
That was nice. I don't know what that was, but it was fun. Um, they ran into some thugs of the Zentarum there as well and kind of got in their faces, and they said, okay, well, we know you're here now. And so they went back to their lovely home of Troll Skull, of which they had invited in several guilds to help them set up the place as a tavern and an inn. And they've spoken to several guild members of the city to help them do that. And then, as they are purchasing some greenery for the front of their building, a fireball hits right in Troll Skull Alley outside of their Troll Skull Manor, and they go to investigate. They discover that the center of the fireball attack was a dead gnome. And doing some investigation, they discovered that something, possibly a mechanical man, grabbed something off the body the size of a potato and ran away. As they were searching through, Raynar Neverember shows up and says, "Hey, I was coming here to meet somebody, and I thought I'd send them to Troll Skull Manor to talk to them." And all of the crew was like, "Hey, you might have been a target of a fireball. Why don't you go home?" So they send him home, and they decide to do a little investigation. They talk to a noble woman who was there, who said she watched some sort of creature. It sounded like a mechanical creature go to the body, grab something off, and run away. She said, "Oh, by the way, a good friend of my family, the Grand Hulls, just got a mechanical man, and they purchased it off of some captain in the dock district during the Water Maiden Festival or something like that. And so you should probably check that out." So they decided to take a journey to speak to um, some of the members of what's called the House of the Inspired Hands, which is a temple of Gond in the Sea Ward of the northern western part of the city of Waterdeep. They go to this place, which is basically a big workshop slash worship hall where people are inspired by Gond to create things of beauty and usefulness. So they talked to an acolyte there who said, "We teach people about these things called nimble rights, or these mechanical men, but we don't sell them, or we don't have them build them to sell." He said, "But what I've heard is that there's somebody by the name of Zardoz Zord, who is the owner and operator of the Maidens Fair, which is now taking place in the Dock District, who has been selling these nimble rights to people who are willing to pay." So as the night is starting to fall, on I believe it's the second of the third 10 day of Flame Rule, everyone is walking down the hill from the Sea Ward and down to the Dock District. at the very south end of Waterdeep to see what's going on with this Captain Zord and find out why he's been selling these mechanical men. And that, my friends, is where we are at. So let me introduce you to a few of our crew. We are going to start with Boomba, who is our illustrious urban druid. So, Boomba, please let everybody know what you're all about.
Yeah, my name is Bomba, and I don't remember much. All I remember is me master, me mentor, Jed the Pipe. He's a coastal druid of Waterdeep, and from Jed, I learned how to be a druid of Waterdeep, a coastal druid. But over the years, I've become so much more. I've become attuned, akin with the biological environment that is the urban of Waterdeep and surpassed. And I'm now on a journey on my, mission to just to to enhance my learning and to be more one with nature. But in the meantime, I also have connections in Waterdeep, for I provided free medicine to locals. And we also provided other types of medicine that folks like Luskin be requiring sometimes too. But and then I meet Mr. Sideways, and I agree with the mission, and I'm here to support them.
Excellent. Thank you, Boomba. Let us go next to the person who drew all of these adventurers together to accomplish what needed to be done on the streets of Waterdeep. Let us speak to Mr. Sideways.
Oi, yeah, the name Sideways. Did a bit of sailing with crew of orcs. We mostly operated in the import and export business. Uh, from there, I moved here to Waterdeep because that's where all the money is. And by just happening about with a few little people there, every here and where, and what you know, I acquired a contract to help clean up the city. I was to draw some members to me, and we were to go out and quite loud and obnoxiously attempt to quell the behavior of these vile miscreants. And that is where we shall return to.
Excellent. And thank you, Mr. Sideways. Now we will go to a very important member of the crew, somebody who knows the city very well, like the back of his only hand. We're going to go to the halfling, or as we like to call him, the fucking halfling, named Jingo.
I the fucking halfling. Not, I don't know how to say fucking halfling. Fucking
My
halfling, like your
apologies.
regular Waterdeep people, like your regular human Waterdeep people. It's a fucking
Your dungeon
halfling.
master comes
It's a
from
fucking
Waterdeep. My
halfling.
apologies.
It's all right. I'm a fucking halfling, and yeah, I be Jingo, and I be a part of the town guard of the whole Waterdeep, and I'm on a break, just a little break right now because I lost me hand, and some fucking magic. So I don't like them fucking magic peoples, and fuck them, and fuck all of the fucking magics. And yeah, but it don't stop me from using my fucking pole arm. I got a big fucking stick, and I'll fucking stick you with it. I don't give a fuck. And I'm still a part of the town guard in my mind, and I'm just fucking waiting for him to accept me back. And I'm just
Can you do that? I'm sorry. Can you do that with the parentheses, please?
fucking mind
Yeah,
Still a
I am
fucking-
still a member of the guard.
in
me
my
fucking mind.
That's right. That's what I said.
Okay, I just want to make that clear.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
very
And
clear.
let me pick up my fucking pole arm because I can't fucking do parentheses, air parentheses.
Oh, that's right. You could do.
Without dropping it on some fucking
that's true.
asshole fucking sitting around here. But it's okay because I was going to hit the tallest fucker first. Um, and fuck you for being so fucking tall. I don't need your fucking height.
Sorry, my apologies.
Anyways, yep, I'm along with these guys because they got some order to get out into the town, and hopefully one day, soon, I'm gonna get recognized by the town guard again. I'm gonna get my old job back. Until then, fuck all them magic fuckers.
Right. Amen. And my apologies. I do believe I was just canceled by a halfling, which feels interesting.
Oh no, it was just corrected because you're a fucking human. Fucking all fucking humans talk the same.
Badger
Fucking halfling.
Badger does
Fucking halfling.
Badger does request to say fuck one more time.
Fuck off.
There we go. Thank you so much, Badger. I hopefully that made you happy. We are now going to introduce you to a very special priest, one who may be looked at as slightly deranged, as no one has ever heard of the deity that this person worships. But he seems to be rather a potent priest of this strange deity. So let me introduce you to Ezekiel, who's going to let you know a little bit more about his deity and what he expects of you.
Hi, my name is Ezekiel, and I'm human. I grew up an orphan, and I worked as an altar boy at a church where I was the the love of the Lord came through. I don't know. I was obviously molested and raped by a priest as an altar boy, but you know the Jesus forgives, and it hasn't affected me negatively at all. Um, Sometimes I attack children, but I don't know why. It's fine. Um, and you know, really, what's important is that lots of people are converted to Christianity. We need more people need the love of Jesus, and you know, I needed the money, honestly. It's not getting a lot of money talking about Jesus. Um, so you know, I'm hooking up with the group here. I got my mace in one hand and my Bible in the other hand, and I'll try to get people to listen about the Bible. But if they don't want to hear it, then they get the stick. So um, that's kind of how I roll, I guess.
Ladies and gentlemen, the quote of the evening, that's how he rolls. His name, Ezekiel. Um, we are very happy to have you back, Ezekiel, especially since Faerun has missed the word, and which I know
Right.
I know that you are here to deliver.
Yeah, I mean, I've been busy, you know, trying to make money instead of playing with you guys, and Ezekiel tells me that better a little fear of the Lord than great wealth with turmoil. Proverbs 15:16.
Of course it is, and of course, somebody who's been with us, and honestly, right from the very beginning, um, kind of a very golden, not even golden, more white, golden, long flowing locks. Uh, this person has been there and been taken a leadership position almost the whole time. Jay, please introduce, of course, he barely needs an introduction, but please introduce the character that has been with this crew right from the get-go.
I am the only man in this group that needs no introduction. Ricard, the natural, flare strike, the champion of Waterdeep, heavyweight, unlimited class. Thank you very much. And for everybody who likes to know who I am, all you got to do is roll to the nearest tavern. You will see my poster. You will likely see me with all the finest wenches right after I've defended my belt yet again. So, Ricard is a little bit of a twist on a barbarian character. So instead of kind of playing your kind of natural barbarian that you mostly see in lore, what I kind of wanted to do was something a little bit different. So I pulled out the entertainer background. There's a variant called Gladiator. So I thought it'd be a really cool thing. You could mash up a little bit of pro wrestler in there, put a little bit of pizzazz, a little bit of jazz, and a little bit of get down boogie on that guy. And there you go.
Jay, do approach me about a character that I played with a good friend of mine. We played conjoined twins that were professional wrestlers. So I can share some experience with you, if you want that experience.
And for the record, if you will all look at the character sheet, you will notice quite clearly that my eyes are piercing blue, my locks are luscious blonde, and my skin is bronze tiger.
Of course it is. And
All I
thank
have
you
to say to that is,
whoo! Ricard, welcome to this crew. Of course, as one of its founding members. And then, of course, somebody who grew up in Waterdeep, somebody who trained here in his convictions as a monk, somebody who absorbed some of the most in-depth spiritual learning available in the Sword Coast. And that, of course, came here through Havalorn, Half-Elven. And Havalorn, please introduce yourself.
Most people confuse me as a human, but I am half elven. I may not look it, and my ancestral rights of dark vision have not manifested yet, but I am through and through half elven. And I have been racial profiling. I left the monastery to seek my father who raped my mother and left me on the doorsteps of the monastery. And so I am a monk, and I come from Waterdeep. So I know the city, and I know its ilk, but we own a tavern now. So we are moving up in the ranks of the privileged. And I seem to get along well with a ghost.
what else can
Very
you ask
true.
for?
The one of the more effective bartenders we've discovered is our monk.
He's etheric.
Yeah, indeed. The spirit who follows spirits.
Mhm.
Havalorn
See
is
what
a
you did there.
spiritual motherfucker, by the way.
So everyone has just left the House of the Inspired Hands and have begun working their way as evening starts to fall on this very hot and sweaty flame rule evening. And it is probably the most noticeable so far that you guys have experienced in the last 3 weeks of being together. The city is very tense. There's been a great deal of bloodshed. You guys have heard it back and forth, have heard several, not only confrontations between the Zentarum and the Xanathar Guild, but also just amongst the city proper. The guards have had their hands full these last few 10 days. So as you enter the dock district, you guys are kind of going through um, kind of the Dock District at their worst, the worst that you've seen it. Especially those of you who've grown up in the city, the Dock District has always been a rough and tumble place, but as it is, any sailor who's in town and is looking um, for fun / conflict is out on the streets, and it is a powder keg, Waterdeep at this point. But as you approach the docks, you do see some brilliant and flickering lights. Especially those of you who grew up here in Waterdeep know that circuses and festivals do love to come to Waterdeep, and there are new traditions and old traditions that intermix and are here throughout the year. And so the Sea Maidens Fair has been something that has occurred over the last 4 to 5 years. It is based in Luskin. Most of you know that as people from Luskin. Not that I'm throwing out stereotypes, but tend to be a little scoundrel-esque. But the Sea Maidens Fair is a very popular location to have a good time, lose some money, take a date, and win some prizes. Also, a great place to acquaint yourself with flora and fauna from around Faerun.
Did someone say rhododendron?
I think so. Oh, can I tell you? That druid needs to meet our druid. I'm just saying, it could be a sign of the apocalypse. So
Was his name Stick in the Mud?
I think it's Stick in the Mud. Yeah, something like
Stick
that.
in the Mud.
Yeah. So as you kind of come over the last hill that drops down towards the dock, you do see several tents and lots of light globes that are floating about in various colors, and kind of every once in a while sending different shades of color kind of like spewing out across the different tents that are striped and colorful. And you do see that there are along the shore and actually across and on top of the dock various games of chance and lots of beautiful tents. And that is what you see as you approach the Sea Maidens Fair. And I do believe I've been speaking. I do believe I've been speaking for 45 minutes. My apologies to the rest of the world. Here are some other people that say words.
As we enter the fair, I bring out my pipe and light it. It's a very big pipe. It's very full. It creates a lot of smoke.
And Boomba, and Boomba, I have missed you. It is very refreshing, especially after the note that you recently received. You are tending to look around at Waterdeep proper with whole new eyes. Those feelings that you have received throughout your time in Waterdeep, those close ties to something ancient and something vibrating in this ground, you feel, even though you didn't know this was possible, more reverent with these vibrations.
Boomba,
yeah.
Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about.
Come on, let me tell you. Hey,
seeking whom he may devour.
I get the Jesus through this.
Peter 5'8".
Yeah, man, your Jesus speaks to me right here, man. It speaks to
And
me.
I will say, Boomba, as you take that moment to light the pipe and you breathe it in and you let the smoke kind of curl out through your nostrils. As you do, you have that moment of like, yes, this is where I belong. This is exactly it. And Ezekiel, as if feeling,
And God said, "Behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed, which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree, and which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed. To you it shall be for meat."
I
Genesis
come up, I give
1:29.
you a hug. I give you a hug, Ezekiel. And I said, that's why I love you, Jesus. That's why I love you, Jesus.
and he's you know at that moment he's there with you. Ezekiel, you have this kind of dirty hippie clinging on to you, in kind of an ecstasy that you're not sure if it comes from these gifts of God or if he's just some dirty hippie. So it is up to you if you want to return that affection shown.
Is it
Or
Boomba?
roll for initiative.
Yeah, of course.
It is Boomba,
No,
yes,
of course. Yeah, I give Boomba a hug, of course.
yes. So Havilorn, you are definitely in a territory that you knew well when you were in school. This was a place that was often snuck away to for any libation or things that were not allowed in the monastery. This was a close place to visit. You do know that close by and only a few years divided is an area of the dock that was destroyed in an attempt to rid some scoundrels that had brought themselves into Waterdeep and kind of decided to what's the word when somebody sneaks into a house that's not theirs and they squatter, right? There was a whole section where there was basically squatters and criminals, and basically they did a raid of that section and wound up burning most of it down. So you are probably like 2 or 3 blocks away from an area that probably meant a lot to you, Havilorn, as not only was it like party central, but also was an area that, I mean, it was where you would go to get provisions. It was a place you would go if you were looking for any clothing, anything. It was the closest area to you. And now that entire area, has burnt to the ground over the last like decade. And they still haven't rebuilt. So it is a sore spot for you entering this area, knowing that this was once a very pristine and, although somewhat shady area, um, but it's something that definitely affects you. And Jingo, you know the tales of this area specifically. You were warned of this.
On
You
the
were
high
warned.
guard.
Yeah, you were warned of this area.
Aye.
What are we doing at the Sea Maidens Fair?
The Sea Maidens Fair, you are going to try to find Captain Zord, who is somebody who has sold nimble rights to a few rich people in the city.
Yeah, no, I
I'm
have an
just trying to figure out who's got the nimble.
idea.
Right.
Group,
I
And
remind
there's
myself
and
what was
so
going
far
on.
there's only one family name you have.
Group, I have an idea. May I share it?
Share it.
All right. So I think normally me and Jed the Pipe, we normally, when the Luskins come into town, we give them some of Waterdeep's finest, some fine medicinals. And so we already have some connects within this here camp. If we can maybe use that resource and find what the fuck's his name? Zadazerd. The guy selling the mechanical men, stealing shit off of gnomes, dead bodies and shit. Maybe that could, because we don't, unless Mr. Sideways, do you know exactly how to get to the captain? Otherwise, we can try some of my lower end connects and you can question them possibly and see what kind of info you can get.
I don't know, Mr. DM. Do I know anything?
Your connection with this area, you obviously know the docks. Zord, you've heard of, but only as of recently, within the last probably 5 years. Zord is more than an up and comer in Luskin. He really has kind of put his not only a toe, but maybe even up to his pinky toe in the door for rulership of Luskin.
Where is
But
Luskin?
Luskin is basically
North.
due north of Waterdeep, above never winter.
Oh, okay. That's a ways
I
up
thought it-
there.
I thought
So
was right
it's a ways up, but it's Sword Coast, and it's a place known for this scoundrel-esque
Pirate port.
activities. Yeah.
All right. So I've been there, done some time there. All right.
Yeah, I'm saying
I
is
don't.
I know some of these people in this camp already. We could go find them, talk to them, and maybe get the location of Zord or something. I don't know.
Right. Maybe if we're real sneaky, like.
No, we
wa-
don't get. It's a
in
look.
the
It's
no,
the
in the
fair.
way that we approach, not sneaking in there, but like not letting them know who we are.
Oh yeah. How do you
Being
suggest we do that
deceptive.
then?
So somebody that you know, Boomba,
Yeah.
somebody that is pretty well known within the crew. You don't know if she's returned this year, but her name is Margot, and she just goes by Margot, like Madonna. Um, and she is basically the voice of the Sea Maidens Fair.
Yeah,
There,
Margot.
there are
Margot.
there are whole portions of the show that are performed with
Margot.
Margot portraying the Sea Maiden as like the central character in any shows or things that go across. Think of what's the name of that group? There's Cirque du Soleil.
Hmm.
She tends to be like the voice of that crew. But
Hey,
you're not sure if
Margot.
you're not sure if she's come back this year.
Oh, you said I saw her. Who did I see? Who did we just see then?
No, I didn't say that. I said this is the one person that you remember and
Oh, hey,
have had contact with.
Hey, God damn it, Mr. Sideways.
Oi.
If we find Margot, I think she might be able to help us out.
All right. Well,
Mr. Sideways, you're not sure what he's talking about.
I can maybe help you find a Margot.
She's the voice. She's
Oi.
the voice of the circus. She is
I'm
the voice of the
I'm gonna
circus.
look at that pipe and I'm gonna grab it and I'm gonna take a hit off it.
It smells pretty potent.
Oh man, don't look at me no like goddamn fool. Come on. You better take me fucking serious.
But seriously, the scent of which is something that you're like, I'm not sure I smelled something that's so pure. It's got a hint of things that I've smoked before.
Yeah, man,
But
I
there-
agree with the cellar with the elven energy. Come on, this is
there-
ancient magic.
There are multiple layers there that you are unfamiliar with.
I'm gonna hand him back the pipe. That's cracking good. No, mate. Listen, that's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is that I don't have enough information. I have a name, and that she is the voice. I'm going to need a little bit more. How do you
Come
know
on,
her?
I'm just telling you. If we need to be knowing someone that's here, she be the person that be knowing them all. So if we know her, we know them all.
And
Yeah.
so
So-
she's in the fair then.
Yeah.
So Ricard, what you're experiencing as you're approaching, it's been the first time in Waterdeep that you felt like, wow, perhaps I should split off from this crew and join this place, because what frickin' quality um, I'm seeing towards the end of this very large dock. I think there might be a ring there. Like, and not
Listen-
just
For the
something that's
record, that roar you hear in the background, that's my name.
not the sea at all that we're hearing. That roar.
Now, just one quick thought to all my fellow adventurers here, just so you know. Zardoz, he used to put on fights back in the day before he got
True.
a little bit here. So I have actually fought in the arena that he sponsored as a manager. I didn't work for him, but I definitely know who he is. And if he's here putting on this fair, I'm very sure of two things. I'm going to make some money, and we're going to find his ass. So I recommend we just stroll in here and we just let people know who we are, because eventually somebody's going to come looking for me.
Ricard,
And then after that-
Ricard, it is so true. The fact that his name is not only famous but infamous on the Sword Coast.
He's
This
infamous.
yes, indeed. how you say. Um, Basically, what you see every time you remember him is a very large pink hat with a pink feather. For some reason, that is what's sticking in
Oh,
your
yeah.
head. But you also remember kind of a silly foreign accent that you can't necessarily even place with Luskin. It always confused you, but it was never important enough um, to to dig too deeply in, because the cash he always provided was just so much more important.
And it's kind of hard to understand Canadians anyway, but who's counting?
Yeah. How did you know he was? Geez, now I have to change his accent.
Well, you don't know how to say the letter U?
I will say, Rickard, you would provide an excellent distraction.
No, I think what you meant to say was main attraction, but I'm gonna let that fly.
Right.
So as you
Right.
cross Dock Street and are entering this kind of like one of the main thoroughfare docks, which is one of the widest in all of the city. There is so much going on, so many booths. You're being called by barkers, but you do note that it's a kind of a thin crowd. It is the second day of a 10-day, so it's very light crowd, and you know that they are probably on their last week in Waterdeep. So it's pretty slow. You do see areas where they have, axe throwing. You also note that there are wonders from across the realm further on. And of course, Ricard notices the large wrestling ring, which is currently sitting unoccupied, with a small area for seating around it.
More
Further
importantly,
along.
does the crowd recognize Rickard yet?
Not as of yet, but most people are they're more reticent than you see on towards the end of a 10-day. Here, there's a lot of business that's going on tomorrow morning. It is pretty early on in the week, and they're basically open, to make enough to, just like eat this week. So they are They're all open. They're really catering to anybody that's there. Especially Mr. Sideways and Ricard are noticing a lot of grooming of potential uh, what's the word I'm looking for? Rubes. They're kind of saying, okay, this person obviously has a lot of cash. He's got a girl by his side. We're gonna pull this guy in. We're gonna make a shit ton of money, and give him a stuffed owl bear for his time, and let him go on his way. So there's a lot of that going on. You do note as you started, like if you kind of open through the entrance, that you kind of get a lot of standoffishness from the barkers from each stall. Um, Most of them noting that, okay, these are not our typical Waterdavian rubes. These are some sophisticated folks.
Wrong word.
We're sophisticated.
That's what it seems like. Everybody seems to be a little fearful to approach you. And Ezekiel, you do note
We are all carrying weapons too.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. And Ezekiel, you do note somebody really close to you that is kind of annoying you, like to your right hand side, and is kind of up on you. And you kind of look back, and you're like, "Oh yeah, I got a follower. What was his name again? Somebody was so impressed by me.
That's right. He has an alkalite.
He has an alkalite. His name starts with a G.
Gervonta.
Grangle. Gremble. You remember his name, and he's right there with you, and is kind of hanging on, like everywhere you look, he looks.
The Lord will provide him with food.
Is that that little gremlin? Is that the little gremlin?
He's not a gremlin. He is just a local thug from the street who's seen the errors of his ways and has found
He's found Jesus.
impressive presence and knows that
I break off a piece of ginger root that I grew that's very nutritious, and I give it to his acolyte and say, "Here you go for your nutrition. It's good for you."
Grumble takes it, and he looks at you, Ezekiel, as if like,
Yeah, man, it's good. It's just
okay.
Yeah, it looks like the Lord's hooking you up today. You better eat this shit, dude.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
That's ginger. You suck on it. No, you suck on the ginger.
Right, but I just got some. I was chewing it, and I got. Yeah, but look, I've got.
Okay.
Oh, it's gonna stick with me because it's right there.
Good for you.
It's gonna be there. It's gonna be there for a little bit, huh?
Yeah.
Thank you, though. Thank you.
Yeah, man.
That was very good.
Yeah, it's hard not to go full Chudwell on my fucking.
Yeah.
Mr. Sideways.
Trust me, it's hard not to go all barbarian at the same time.
Mr. Sideways, you don't see any of that close by.
Okay, well, I'm keeping an eye out for anything where I can.
You do note that there are some tents that are more lavish towards the very end of the dock, and also there are two very large ships that are docked at the end of this dock. And from here, there's enough light lighting it up that you are able to see the names of the ships. The first one you're able to make out is the Heartbreaker, which is the one docked to the left side as you're facing the docks. And the second one is the Hellraiser. They are huge ships, as you're moving towards walking towards the end of the dock, you see why, because there's a pen towards the end of the dock with elephants in it. You do note,
Am I familiar with elephants?
you have never seen one.
I'll walk right the fuck up to one if I can.
Yeah, please do roll a history for me, please.
Yeah.
He's about to have a saving throw is what he's about to do.
You can throw me. That's fine. I like that stuff.
He's kind of like a mouse. Like, I don't know what is the
History? I
Yeah.
got this.
Oh, you've definitely
this.
heard. Oh wait, you've not heard at all. So
Oh, I'm like, wow. That's
yeah.
Okay.
I like.
Jingo, you're having a moment. Like, there's so many flashy things happening
Yeah.
as you're
Yeah.
entering.
I was wondering how many directions I was getting pulled in. Like
You
different
are-
tents, different strangenesses.
You are like completely enthralled by what's happening around you, and it disgusts you as the fact that this is something you were warned against.
Yeah.
That you, as a guard, you have to have your wits about you, even in the midst of this kind of stuff. You are so turned around that you spin and you kind of see this huge cage in front of you,
Okay.
and you kind of like to steady yourself. You put your hands against two of the bars and you kind of lean your head on the corner, and all of a sudden you feel this kind of rough skin rub against your forehead.
That's the elephant.
You're not sure what it is.
Okay. Well,
'Cause your
I
eyes are closed.
just need to let you know that I have my wits about me, and my wits say go check all of this shit out.
Okay.
Um,
So as you
it's
kind of
fascinating. All
as
of
you
this
kind of
stuff.
reach your head up, you see almost you see this this flesh that has shaped itself.
Like a steak. I like steaks.
No, not like steak.
Why?
It's not really something you've experienced before, but it's like some
Mm.
like hard flesh that you had felt scrape against your forehead. Yep, it's very malleable,
I rub my forehead against it.
and you feel like air, like breath coming
Oh.
from
Come
it.
on. Yeah, it likes you, Django. It likes
I breathe
you.
back on it.
Likes you, Django.
And as you kind of like pull back, you do note that it is part of a very much a longer kind of the best I would say is hose-like appendage
Uh-huh.
of some creature that is immensely tall.
I let my is it like in the cage?
Mr. Sideways, roll your perception. It is, yes.
Okay. I try to I put my pole arm up against the cage or something like that, and then I try to get in the cage and climb up this thing.
Okay, Mr. Sideways, you are still looking for a place for what you had mentioned to me previously. So
Not
one of the
there,
people
but
that you're kind of like least worried about right now is somebody who's from Waterdeep, who claims to be a former guard. I don't need to pay attention to him. I'm looking for that specific place that I'm looking for. So Jingo, it's fascinating.
Mhm.
Gray, dark gray flesh, but such expressive yet like dark, deep eyes.
I gotta see where it goes. I want to
Yeah, in
climb
this
up it.
creature. Oh my gosh. All of our crew, please roll perception.
But I'm not with them.
Where are you?
I wandered off looking for games of agility to play.
Ooh, I maxed my perception check.
Shit, dude, I missed you. I missed that.
Mhm. So that's okay.
So you were looking for games of agility. So what you have done, Havilorn, you notice the one kind of that one crazy game that you're like, oh my god, I see this every place. This is the ladder rope ladder connected one place
We
at the
did that
bottom,
one last time. Remember?
one place at the top. You're like,
That's my favorite one.
I know how to do this, and I know how to do this with my eyes closed.
So I'm going to how much is it? Is there a crowd or is it just one person?
It's slow. There's nobody waiting in line. Nobody's really watching it. There is a guy there, kind of an older looking gentleman, scraggly, like 5.5 clock shadow, there, and he's like, you want to give it a shot?
And you show me how to do it.
No, if I showed you how to do it, I'd be out of some cash. Look,
Mm.
I have a feeling you won't be able to do it. It really is only for those of like divine dexterity. I mean,
Ooh.
I know it's rare that people will tell you, don't play my game, but honestly, if you're gonna waste some money, I would suggest you, my friend, do so at like axe throw or like the arrow shot at the end, like
Mm.
your typical stuff. This is not typical.
What's it cost to play?
What's it cost? What's it cost to play? It's a silver, my friend.
Oh, just a silver.
Yeah,
Well, would you
just a silver. He says.
would you give me 10-1 odds if it's so hard to do?
Oh my god. All right. Look, you're very cute, and I might like suggest. I mean, if you want to make this a big deal, are you suggesting 10-1?
Yeah, well, 10-1, since you said it's damn near impossible, except for you. You can do it.
Oh no, no, don't even suggest that. I can't do it.
Oh, well, then what are you doing here?
I know my own ability,
Ah,
unlike you, my friend.
well, I mean, I'm not saying that I can do it. I think it's just a ladder. Anybody should be able to climb a ladder.
Right, you'd think. Right,
Mm.
you'd think.
That's why I say, I mean, if it's so difficult, is 10-1 too bad?
I mean, look, there's a bunch of straw there. If you happen to fall down, you won't hurt yourself.
I'd be all right.
Yeah.
My pride would hurt more than anything else.
And you want to do 10-1?
Well, I mean, you said it's impossible.
It is basically impossible.
I mean,
So, on it, I could get. Excuse me, ladies. Look, you.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, you. Hello, come here. Do you want to see something amazing? This gentleman here believes he can climb this ladder. He's so confident. He's doing 10-1.
yeah, you're going to give me 10 to my 1. Yeah.
No, I said that. That's why
No.
I'm asking. I'm asking for some witnesses because this is amazing. Come over here. Because look at him. You, my friend, you are so much bigger than him. Look at you, you broad fucking shoulders. You've got this, eh? Right, so watch this. Watch this one do it, and I bet you could do it like 5 times faster and better. And look at that. I think this young lady might think you could do the same thing, eh? Look, come on over. Come on, look at this. That's right. You wanted on it too.
I'm going to roll a perception to see if he recognizes my bardic outfit.
Okay.
Bardic, huh?
Oh, maybe.
You are pretty sure that he is looking at you as if he has absolutely no worries. He pretty much knows you're unable to do it.
Oh, okay.
So he's gathered quite a crowd. He's got as many people as he could pull. He's got at least 5 or 6 people there.
I'm like, you're gonna thank me for this.
Well, I know I'm gonna thank you for this, my friend.
But I'm gonna thank you for my 10 silver, right?
Sure you are. Yep, he's gonna thank me for
How about-
my 10 silver that
How
I'm
about
gonna
if we
be
make
forking
it?
over.
How about if we make it 3 gold? So it'll be 30 gold. Do you
He
have
wants
that?
to make it. He wants to make it 30. I think that's fabulous, because that's how much I'm sure of this simple-looking piece of mechanic. It's just a ladder, right?
Yeah.
That's how sure I am. But my friend, if you've got the gold to spend, I don't want. I feel awful taking away not only food from your belly, but like also lodging and I don't know, future from you. Are you willing to spend these 3 gold that you're claiming?
I put 3 gold on the counter.
My friend, please indulge yourself. Anybody else who'd like in on it, just start laying it out.
I say, anybody want to take odds on this?
Everybody's like,
Hold my beer. Hold on.
We would all like to, but we didn't go with you. We're not there.
Did you say divine skill?
Yeah.
I heard you say something about divine.
do roll perception, Ezekiel, to see if this is something that you've caught on to.
He heard divine from across the counter.
What? Somebody said something about God?
Yeah. All right, so I'm rolling a perception.
Yes.
Is that gonna be on my character sheet?
Yep.
Okay. So everyone has to sit there and do nothing while I'm fucking.
So on
figuring
your
out how to
character sheet, right
use my
below the
character sheet.
proficiency bonus, you'll see your.
John, you're so sexy that nobody cares that you're taking time.
Is it a core? I gotta press core or bio? Probably core.
It would be under core, under skills.
Skills. God damn, I'm the worst D&D player of all time. Where the fuck are skills? God damn it. Ritual casting. I don't even know what that is. It's an ability I have, perhaps.
That sounds like you're under spells.
Oh, skills. Here we go. Skills.
Yeah.
Perception.
Perception.
Did I do it?
Let's see. Okay. You did note that he had pulled away pretty early towards like the side of the dock as you guys are like walking onto the dock. And that you kind of made sure I'm going to listen to see what's going on as everybody's moving forward. You're like, why is this dude like slowed down? And you did hear kind of like the need for divine influence to climb this thing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Well, Havlorn, I think you should give it a try. Jesus thinks it's a good idea too, that you go first, and I'll just watch and see what happens. Good luck, bro.
So you want me to roll dexterity or strength?
I need you to roll dexterity 3
and
times.
acrobatics. What about the acrobatics? Same thing, right?
Depends on what's your highest.
They're all 5s. I have like a 16 in dexterity.
You kick ass. So yeah, it's not gonna matter.
3 times?
3 times. The first one is you setting yourself.
Woo! I fucked that one up.
Are you spending any inspiration points? Or do you have one?
I don't know. Woo! Fuck that one up too.
1-1.
Yahtzee.
Oh,
16.
I love you. Okay.
So let me see if I have an inspiration. I do have an inspiration.
Okay.
So what's the first one?
So the first one you made.
No, but I mean, I have an inspiration, but I'm just wondering what each one is for, so I know where to spend the inspiration point.
Well, you would need to spend your inspiration point initially because you did roll a 1.
Oh,
That
okay.
and that might be.
I rolled a 1 twice, by the way.
Yes, I know you did.
Critical
are you-
fail is what those are.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the critical
I don't know
fail.
how I rolled a 1 2 times in a row.
So, you've seen these, right, Matt?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Very
Yeah.
familiar. They have
So-
me at the scouts.
So yeah. So you have that moment of like, I've got this. I've done this shit.
I want to
like,
see it go flip around, and then I pull it out at the end and run up it.
You're like, I have done this stuff so many times. This is the shit that they would have me do. Walking against the wind kind of shit, like Ernie Hudson says. You put your foot out, you put your hand over, and you feel yourself starting to go. And you're like, maybe if I really put my all behind it, I could save my ship, but this is not a great start. So you can choose to let it go, or you can choose to spend that.
You mean I can step up and then step back again instead?
No. You can choose to.
I'll spend the inspiration.
Okay. So
Yeah.
what you do is you feel it going, you grab the other side, and you put you've got your feet up and on. You feel yourself, you're very precarious, and you basically know if I take any step forward without any sort of forward momentum, I'm screwed. He's got quite a crowd there. Probably about 10 people. Not that you've noticed. But you're pretty sure that if you move at all from the position you're in, you've given away that 3 gold easily.
Unless Ezekiel has an inspiration to give me.
Ezekiel, you see him as he
All
comes
right,
down.
I got my acolyte, had my beer. I wasn't watching, but I was getting some food. Like,
So Ezekiel, you see him grab the one side of the ladder.
if I do see him struggling, I would definitely provide him with inspiration.
Okay.
But I might not be paying a lot of attention.
He might
Right.
be kind of drunk.
So you know he's going too far forward, but he arranged himself. He looks like he's in a precarious position though. Are you you're gonna give him your inspiration?
Jesus, please help Havilorn climb this fucking ladder.
So
In Jesus' name.
so
Yep.
just curious, Jingo, do you know if this is happening?
No.
He's obsessed with the.
No, I'm kind of fixated. Well, I mean, when you
How
said
close are you to-
when you said whole crew, this is like
Yeah.
right when I was like saying I was going to climb up this big gray hangy thing.
Mhm.
You said, okay, whole crew, roll perception, and I figured I was part of the whole crew, so I did, and I got a 22. I got a max.
He's on
Okay.
the very top.
So
I critted that.
here's what happened, because God bless you. Here's what happened. You turn and you're like, oh, what's Havilorn doing? Right?
Mm-hmm.
So as you turn around, I want you to roll a d4 for me, please.
Okay. Let's see.
Okay.
Trace.
So all of a sudden,
Right.
Havilorn, that first step that you were like, I'm so terrified of making, all of a sudden you feel like super confident, like you hit that moment. You're not sure how it happened. You're not sure that there is a halfling who happens to have innate luck, but somebody who kind of looks at you and says, whoa, that's a really cool. He's on a rope ladder thing.
Hmm.
And all of a sudden you're like, damn, you take the first step and you take a second step. And you're like, God damn, I'm awesome. And you feel like you are good for the third step.
Go for it.
And in so doing,
I eat shit.
you get to the top of that ladder, and I want you to give me an acrobatics roll for flair.
Flourish. For a flourish.
Flair. Complete flourish.
What did it come out to? A 6.
Oh my god.
How the fuck is
This is gonna Yahtzee.
So he gets to the top.
How did I get?
Oh,
How did
So
I
he
get?
gets to the very top, and he does a fucking handstand. Like he goes from the I'm gonna die, and he goes full on handstand. He's like, I'm balancing handstand, and then all of a sudden he's like flop on his back, like just. It
He
is.
just shut his computer off.
He is not. It is not pretty. Like he hits hard.
like wind knock out of him.
When knocked out, but you hear a rush of like
Uproar.
cheer. You hear rush of cheers, and you hear the guy who kind of leans next to you. He slams a whole bunch of money on your chest, and he's like, "Get the fuck away from
Get
this
the
place!
fuck away from
Don't ever come fucking back to this place again." And he's like, "Yeah!" He's like, "Very good." And if he can do it, look at him. You, sir. I mean, if he can do it.
I hold my Bible up over my head and I shout, "But they who wait for the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint." Isaiah 40:31.
And Ezekiel, because the Lord is with you, please replenish your inspiration point
That was an inspiration, dude.
because you are there and handy with the right words at
The
right
righteousness of the Lord.
time. And you also feel very lucky at that moment. Havalorn, even though you cleaned up, you're like, okay, my back fucking hurts, and people are
Oh, that was
looking
a
at me.
fuck up.
Unlike the second
Look-
Ezekiel raises it, you're like, grab. I'm gonna duck under, and like, oh, hi guys.
In the world of a monk, that was 3 critical fails. Is what that was. Like,
And
holy
Havalorn's
shit.
secret power is succeeding in the face of immense failure.
Yeah, I was like, how do you do that? You roll 3 ones in a row. and you
It's what's
still
called.
win.
It's what's called. I get by with a little help from my friends.
I get high with a little help from my friends.
It's kind of like multiplication, you know, like all of these negatives. You put enough negatives together, it's going to come back out positive.
Right.
How
Yeah.
did that happen?
I don't flourish with a lot of help from my friends. Oh!
Ah!
Gosh, this
But
is like
you're like from what you're able to pull off your chest and on the ground as you get up, you're like, okay, like I've made 12 gold pieces plus
You
some
made-
plus
no, I
some.
made 30. It was 10-1.
Oh shit. Okay, you made 30
Yeah.
plus you made 30 plus. You're noting at least like a handful of silver. You're not sure how much you got. And some copper that has just kind of been laying out there that he just kind of threw on top
He
of
threw it
you,
all at me.
knowing
if,
that like
if they were
I'm gonna give you a bunch of shit. Please go away. So you
if they
have
were ever to make a movie out of this, they would have to use Muppets and nothing else.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's that.
You can throw them around and abuse them, and anything
Honestly,
else would be cruel.
honestly, I see you guys as Muppets. I mean, that's really
I can't
how-
see nothing but now.
that's how we play this game.
It's
I
like
really-
Muppets or the Crank Yankers puppets.
I will honestly say that I will pay big money to anybody out there who can make a Jingo Muppet,
God.
the one-armed pole arm using halfling. Please, if you have any skill whatsoever, I think
Worst
anybody?
character idea I've ever heard of.
I love you. Okay, so for those of you that were not a part of that bit of craziness, you do note that there is some activity towards the end of the dock where there are animals and creatures being kind of led off, especially onto, I believe it's the Heartbreaker. Let me just check though.
Heartbreaker's on the left.
Most of the creatures are being taken to the Heartbreaker. But there are kind of several performers that seem to have come out of a tent that those creatures are being taken off to the Heartbreaker. The performers from there seem to be going towards the Hellraiser.
Where's the tent?
The largest tent and the tent that they are coming from
Mhm.
is right at the very end, kind of the largest area of the dock.
Can you
So it's
describe the
kind of at the
performers?
very end.
Would you mind describing the performers, if you don't mind? The ones going
So
to the
far,
Heartbreaker.
so far from what you see, there are a few they're very lithe, very scrawny. Some of them, the ones that are coming out currently, kind of have a darker complexion. And one of them is flipping over his wrist and arm. He's flipping knives currently.
Perfect. We'll go to the Heartbreaker. Follow me.
Get behind the big guy, man. Follow the big guy. Let's go. All aboard.
Okay. Hold
Yeah.
on. Give me 1 second, guys.
You have to do that periodically to any DM. You just like say anything where they have to react to it.
And then it's like, hold on, 1 second.
Right, well. Why are we going that way?
Come on, why are we going that way?
He said live, dark-skinned women. I mean, why would you not go there?
I
mean,
love you.
what are
I
our
love you,
choices?
Jingo.
Go with the animals or go with the witches?
So Jingo, the creature, it obviously is enamored with you. At points in time,
It's mutual.
that kind of fold of flesh has actually like held your hand at one point in time, like to the point where you've had to actually like set aside your pole arm. And it's
I set it down when I first started doing the
and
caressing.
it holds your hand.
If I
and
could have climbed up it, I would have.
There is a strength to it that is amazing, and
Oh.
you have kind of you have made that moment, especially that very few Waterdavians get, to have a connection with a creature that you've never seen, that you've never experienced. It is one of those moments. In fact,
Is it an apostle for me now?
give me a wisdom saving throw.
Interesting. Wisdom. It's not my lowest. It's not clicking on it. Oh, here we are.
Holy shit. That's lovely.
Nice.
It's such a good saving throw that you're
Yeah.
like, that you said in your head.
Did I touch it in its terry folds?
Yes.
It's
touched it
it's
in its
foldy
terry
holds.
folds. You touched it in its terry folds,
And
yet
its foldy folds.
you were able to defy the terry folds and were able to say, oh my God, I could give myself over to the protection of this specific creature.
We're
it
bonded.
is something amazing. But all of a sudden you say in your head, I've got a crew, I've got something that I need to do. We're doing something. I'm not sure what it is. Right? But it's
Yep.
that like I can leave this creature now, but I will do something in the future to protect the well-being of anything that looks like that.
I gently press my hand down to the end of it where it's got the breathing holes, and I bring
Mhm.
the breathing holes up to my face, and I give it a big kiss, and I whisper to it, "I'll be back for you."
And you feel it like actually kind of touch your face. And Marcus, you know this. Jingo doesn't know this, but it's like somebody blind like seeking out, like looking at your features. But
Sure.
Jingo just feels this kind of very gentle like touching of your face, and then it kind of snakes back out. And you are able to kind of pull yourself away from this amazing encounter that you had.
Oh, I'll never
Um,
forget it.
Ever. What an amazing moment for both of us. As an elephant, I was very excited to get
It's
to know you.
sweet, sweet love to an
Um,
elephant. Still don't know what
actually,
it's called.
I'm
It's just a
actually
big, gray, fleshy breathing tube.
honestly really sad that you rolled a critical success to get away from that moment, because I was there with you, Marcus.
And I
Okay.
use my inspiration to fail.
No.
That is something Jingo would do.
It's true. So as you guys are moving forward, um, you are kind of getting a feeling that kind of the evening is shutting down. There are people moving things away.
Just a big,
So
gray,
as you
fleshy
guys are
breathing
moving,
tube.
honestly, kind of towards the like closing out, Ricard, you do note that you're kind of know
Use
where
my
the
inspiration to
performers
fail.
are going. And you've watched them go
To
towards
an
the
elephant.
ship.
Still don't know what it's called. It's just a
That's the
big, gray,
Hellraiser, right?
fleshy breathing tube.
So they are moving towards the ship. You do note that there are probably you're kind of catching on to there's
Use my
probably
inspiration to fail.
like
That is
7 or
something
8
Jingo would
performers
do.
that are coming out of the tent. All of the costumes are very similar. It's very sparkly, very what's the word I'm looking for? The
Blue is my favorite color.
rhinestone-y, right?
Flamboyant.
Everything's like where it catches light. And you also do catch a very kind of flamboyant sweep of somebody leaving the tent, doing a secondary bow, and you see a very large pink hat with a pink feather float into the tent and kind of float back out and back onto a head as he sweeps up and onto the Hellraiser.
My brothers, pimp hat ahoy. We are going to the right place.
As you guys kind of move forward, now Havilorn, are you joining the rest of the crew?
Yes.
Okay. Jingo, same.
I made my coin today.
No, I'll follow, especially if we see like, are these like Liberace kind of looking people?
A lot of them are, yeah.
Okay, I'm into it. I'm captivated with them too. I pick up my polearm though.
You have a very fucking jealous elephant, like a few stalls back, who's like, I'm later will roll their willpower.
I blow it a kiss.
So as they kind of push past some people to get towards that tent, you have somebody who steps forward and notices you coming towards the edge of kind of where this is the performers area, people. And you have somebody come forward, and they say, Oi, my friends. This is all performer space. So tomorrow we got the big show coming
Tell
up.
Margot. Tell Margot Bomba's here. Bomba and his friends. Tell Margot.
Wait,
Tell
you.
Margot. Yeah,
Wait,
Bomba.
hold on, Mister Terry Cloth. Look,
Ah,
I
yeah.
don't know you. So step back.
But you
There's a
never-
show. Hello. Allow me to finish speaking, please. There's a show tomorrow where you can come watch all of the festivities, right? But right now, these people have done tons of work. They need the fucking rest. Yeah. So thank you very much for coming. I'm sorry you missed it, but we'll see you tomorrow then. Yeah. Yeah.
Good day to you, sir. Good day. Do any of your performers need anything for any balms or minerals? I'll give it to you for free to heal their knees and their elbows. Here, it's just a salve. It's a salve. I made it. I grew it myself.
Look, that's lovely that you grew it yourself.
Okay.
It's also creepy.
Not at all.
No, it is. Mr. Sideways, I'm gonna type you something real quick.
I find it funny that people don't take my character seriously.
I
Do you
don't
not
know why.
Do you not understand the knowledge I have? Can you not fathom the understanding about that I have that I put into this material that I was going to offer you?
Boomba,
man, but it's
Boomba,
okay. It's
Boomba.
okay, Tom. It's
Please
okay.
know your dungeon master takes you seriously.
This stupid
It's the
character.
rest. It's the rest of the world you have to worry about. Just like always. Hold on.
But Jesus, people just suck that shit right up.
Yeah, man. I'm starting to think Jesus is the way, man. You know, whenever I need a friend, fuck, man, I can always count on your Jesus, can't I? Always gonna be there. Just like you, Ezekiel. You're always gonna be there, right?
Sure, man. I mean, I can respect the botany though, but Jesus is the.
Why do you carry such a sharp weapon?
Oh, that's
Defense.
you know, it's like it's the easy way or the hard way, and the hard way involves open wounds.
Jingo, what were we rolling there?
For what?
Oh, never mind. I'm sorry.
I rolled wisdom.
I got confused. That was the elephant rule. Unlike the elephant man, that was the elephant rule.
Oh shit! Is the elephant's name Mandingo?
It was indeed.
Are we on the dock or on the boat and the doorman is like barring
You guys
away?
you guys are basically about 15, 20 feet away from the Hellraiser when this gentleman kind of comes up in front of you.
Tall, kind of short, dark, light-skinned guy, big, kind of skinny. I mean, help me out.
He is one of the performers, so he is dressed in kind of the
so he doesn't weigh
rhinestone.
much.
No, he
Perfect.
is.
So I put my arm around him, and I'm like, "You do realize that we're gonna go visit the boat? There's only a few people. There's this cargo stick. But actually, there's this fellow by the name of Zardoz that I used to do some business with.
Okay, so
Everybody
but Ricard, roll a perception check for me, please.
Sometimes you got to move shit along.
By the way, Ricard
You said perception?
Yeah. By the way, Ricard is my favorite new addition ever in the entire world. So Jingo.
Damn, Jingo's got eyes everywhere.
Wow.
Jingo and
It's
Havalorn.
like the Forrest Gump of perception rolls.
Definitely Jingo. Jingo, you see, you see. Oh
Have a
shit,
lower. You
Havalorn.
rolled
Oh my
athletics and got a
God.
good one, and your perception fucking blew
Havalorn,
again.
Havalorn, because you
Dude,
rolled.
I
You
rolled 2 more ones.
That's
Can I tell you what though?
Yeah,
Because
tell
you
me
rolled
what.
it. Because you rolled it once as athletics, and secondarily as perception. You made an error first off. I'm going to give you that first roll as a success of 15.
Dude,
Because I hate to see anybody roll 3 ones during an evening.
dude, that's
Um,
5 ones. That's 5
That's really
ones.
awful. And God bless Havalorn. I love him. So what happens here is Jingo specifically, Havalorn only kinda, and Jingo definitely. Both Jingo and Havalorn see kind of a flash of a costume being pulled off a rack, and definitely Jingo, you do note that the person who grabbed that was Mr. Sideways, as he's no longer standing next to you. Ezekiel, you do not notice his presence, nor his absence of presence, and Boomba same. But definitely
Jingo would twist his face quick. He would like, what's that? And once he would realize it, he'd be like, ooh,
fabulous.
super not
And
bringing any
Havalorn,
attention to what I just noticed.
and Havalorn, you did note the same.
I'm not rolling any more dice tonight.
And I think that's completely fair and probably wise. Oh my
The
gosh,
dice
have
do
I
not like me today.
Hello. Okay, so Mr. Sideways, you are able to find basically like somebody who stopped off and has lit a pipe kind of towards the edge of a tent in the shadows next to the gangplank. So you're very easy. It's very easy for you to like grab the uniform that he had set down, which is very rhinestone-y, sparkly. But you're able to grab that, and
Perfect.
there's around the boat. There are a lot of shadowy areas where you could sneak in and probably change without being noticed.
I actually instead am going to like shove the costume into my backpack
Okay.
and try to rejoin the party without being noticed by any of the people that would call me out for being there on the boat.
Okay. Well, you do note that Ricard is very handy around the person's shoulders,
Yeah, I figure
and
he's always a great distraction.
he's talking very widely and broadly about how well he knows Captain Zord. So as he's doing that, it is no need to roll stealth, as he is that distracting. But you are able to kind of pull yourself in. You do note both Jingo and Havalorn. You do note that he pulls himself back into the crew rather deftly.
What's up? What's up?
And he's like, "No, look, pal, you smell really nice, and your hair is lovely. I don't know who you are. Look, if you can just look.
Oh,
I'll take.
I suppose we should just come back tomorrow then. We'll have to find your Margot at that point.
Look, I'll take your name. All right, I'll take your name,
Oh,
Blondie."
nay, nay.
what is your name? And I'll let the captain know your name.
It's don't.
Your name is what?
Don't.
You want to spell that for me?
Yeah, like don't trip. At that point, I use my athletics roll to see if I can throw him into the water.
I love it. Go ahead.
Nope. Pull up my character sheet. Okay.
Ricard, they call you the natural. Do you eat meat or vegetables only?
I just eat energy from the air, baby.
Great conversion.
That is something a druid would dream of. To feed off of the air. Your abilities are amazing. Wow, Christ.
You have a whole new fan.
They say.
Okay, let me just do something real quick here.
I can supplement your diet with pretty good minerals and natural. Like really, I'm really serious. It can really help you enhance your abilities. If I feed you the right.
I support this entirely, by the way.
So Ricard, you basically try to like do like a quick hip check, and he counters.
Ooh,
And
something else is going in.
he counters. He ducks basically under your arm, takes 2 steps back, and says, "All right, that was fancy and shit. Please, I need you off these docks, or you won't be allowed back on. You got it."
Let's go. Hey, come on. Let's go, y'all. Let's go.
From above on the ship, you hear someone say, "Oi, let him. Let them back on. I want to talk to them for a moment." Right, but like we're not supposed to let anyone. Look, let them back on, all right? I've got some orders. You've got some. I've got some orders, all right. All right. Well, it looks like why don't you come aboard the Hellraiser then? Come on.
Hey, Mr. Sideways. I don't think this might be this might be like a setup.
Who's this then?
The Hellraiser shit.
You're not really. It's not really well lit to the point where you're able to see who's calling up. The voice definitely sounds older than the other voice. It sounds very grisly. What you're able to see is just kind of more of a silhouette on board above the gangplank, telling you guys to come aboard.
I don't know.
He just
Seems like it could be fun.
Okay. Then I'm in. If you're in, I'm in.
I'll go.
All right. Who's going up first?
Jesus,
I
come
am.
with us. We need Jesus to come to this party. Ezekiel.
Yeah, like
of
Mr.
course I'm
Sideways
going.
starts to take a step and then like just kind of leans back and
Just
lets
saw
Rickard go.
Hellborn make 30 gold.
Well played, sir. Well played.
Wait, what?
So basically, Ricard, obviously, due to his size and hair, is able to wind his way to the front of the crowd and get up to the front. And what you see as you approach this gentleman, he kind of reaches out, but you note that he's very much older, a little frail. Yet there's something familiar about him. You're not sure where that's coming from. But the gentleman says, look, the captain, he's already gone on to the eye catcher. So, I've got to talk to him a little further. But he did show some interest. He did see you approach, and Well, let me just talk to the captain. And are you all hungry?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, excellent, because the captain does like to dine with. All right, don't let me tell him I said this, but he likes to dine with an audience. So, how many are you then? Is 1, 2.
Like 8 of us, the Acolyte and Black Sky River.
Oh, he's
Right.
a
hold up my pole arm.
Oh,
All right, look, I'll just have them, set out food enough for a fucking army, apparently. But welcome aboard. Just wait here. I'll go check in with him.
hey,
And
mate.
he
Hey, man.
stumbles. He kind of stumbles off, and the gentleman who is waiting below, who is a performer, kind of looks as he's walking past you, gives you like an eyebrow of superiority. And then walks past you. The rest of the crew, however, is not paying any attention to you at all.
Jesus is Lord.
Yes, 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 he is. Thank you, Ezekiel.
Come on, just think when this sailor goes to his next town, he's gonna say to somebody in that next town that Jesus is Lord. Your word. He's
and
gonna
from
spread
there, dear
Just
Lord,
take a
from
couple little droppers
Luskin,
of faith, brother. Couple little droppers of faith.
from
They'll
Luskin
spread
to
everywhere.
10 towns
Yeah.
to fucking
Exactly.
Neverwinter to it's gone. It's already.
All of Faerun will be praising Jesus.
Jesus
I know
Christ.
how
Even the
to get
drow
it.
elf will
Fuck
forbid
You may be
Oh,
onto
man,
something.
thank you.
praise Jesus.
All right, so here's what we all experience. Havalon, you've been on some ships before. You're not a world traveler. Obviously, you're kind of
I'm a Waterdeepian.
your home base is
Water
Waterdeep.
Davian.
I'm a
So,
diva.
but you've been on ships before, so it's nothing new. But you do note that it's a big ship, and it's kind of one of the larger ships that you've been on.
Is it
It's
riding high or low in the water?
low. And you
Any
note
wildlife on the ship?
the wildlife has been moving towards the other ship, actually.
The what? Oh.
The what now? Say that again?
Wildlife. Any wildlife?
Yeah, they're
Any
going to the
creatures
left. They're
have been
going to the
going to the other
Heartbreaker.
ship. Performers have been going to the ship, but you do note it is riding lower in the water.
No,
The Hellraiser's lower in the water?
Both of them are low in the water, you do note. But this one is and doesn't have large animals in it. So Ricard, as you kind of bring yourself up to the ship, you're still early on in your journey of kind of the gospel according to Ricard, that I am here to bring my wonder to the rest of Faerun. And this really feels like the most impressive operation you've seen thus far. They're really well oiled machines. You note the performers are being well taken care of. Immediately they are going and they're being fed. There's kind of a line, across the ship where they're getting food and drink, and they're being really well taken care of. The whole place seems to be kind of well set up. Jingo, from any patrols you've done around here before, this is a big ship. It's a ship you probably would hear, give them a wide berth, give them anything they need, because they're bringing a lot of business to this district.
Okay.
Mr. Sideways,
Oi.
you know these ships.
Right.
You know that a lot of these ships, you're not for certain about this, but a lot of these ships spend a lot of time doing some easy smuggling operations under the cover of entertainment.
Right. We're just poor lost performers trying to find our way to port.
You've
Band on
you've
the run.
yeah, you've seen it. You've seen it before. You've actually been a part of it
Quite
before.
effective, actually.
Yeah, you know that it is something that they're able to check in with magistrates on the docks very quickly, efficiently, get signed in, and who knows what kind of business they're doing outside of
Hmm.
it. For everyone else, it's an interesting experience. You're on a very large ship. Ezekiel, it's definitely not something you've probably heard from a lot of immigrants in local shelters and things that have come in and maybe have been smuggled into Waterdeep in these larger ships. So you kind of get a new appreciation for that. But as you guys are pondering these things, um, the same gentleman walks forward and says, my name's Wayland Pike, and the captain will see you if you're interested in dining with him.
Oh, indeed we are, sir. Indeed
Oh,
we
he's a
are.
pikey. He's a pikey. Can you trust a pikey?
My name is Pike. You got a problem with that?
No.
Well, that's good, right?
No problem.
Whether you eat or drink or whatever you do,
Yeah.
do all to the glory of God. Corinthians 10:31.
Let it be known.
Whoa, what?
We're here for good times and good
Oh,
drinks.
great! Because
Friends,
that's what
yeah.
the captain's up for.
Yeah.
All right. So look, this may be a little uncomfortable, but the
We gotta
captain
do
wants.
it naked.
Look, the captain wants the mages, if you don't mind, to like teleport you over. Is that all right?
Yeah, go eat your bread with joy and drink your wine with a merry heart. For God has already approved what you do. Ecclesiastes 9:7.
I don't know.
Wait,
We've
so-
got.
Do
I'm
you,
not
wait,
so.
wait. So you
Listen,
don't want
listen, mate.
you don't want me to do that? Is what you're saying?
Wait a minute. You're saying you want to teleport us somewhere?
Jesus fucking
Yeah.
Christ.
Oh,
Get us some
look.
food.
Look.
I mean, spiritual.
What? Look, the eye catcher, like the captain's ship, is out in the bay, not at the dock. So he wants. He's been kind enough and generous enough not to have to stick your asses in a dinghy and like have you row out to his boat. Like, can we teleport you over? Is all I'm asking.
Come on, I say we do it.
Yeah, of course.
So
Okay.
I think
Now-
that's a
am I-
fine idea.
now
Love
I
tra-
understand.
traveling by apparition. So
I'm there.
come
No.
here. And I
Jingle
put
say
my
no,
arm
huh?
around his,
No jingle?
his shoulders and pull him in
Teleport.
tightly so that if
No
I get
fucking
All
way.
right, all right.
he
Look,
gets
look,
teleported to you.
look. You're all talking at once. I'm just asking if you all get in the same set. Look. This.
What does the teleportation consist of? What's going to happen to me?
Yeah. The fuck does that mean?
Yeah, man, you just travel. You'll be traveling through the waves of the air around
If
you.
you all had some faith in Jesus, you wouldn't be so paranoid about this teleport. We're getting a free meal. Jesus is with us the whole time. It's totally safe.
Can Jesus do the teleporty thing? That's all I need to know.
Jingo.
Only if, dude,
Jingo.
you don't
Jingo,
have you even read the Bible?
Jingo, because I can't give Ezekiel an inspiration point, I will give you one for just talking to him. Because I love Ezekiel at this moment.
I read lots of things. Oh yeah, I read rooms. I read people. I I read I read tents.
Look, my friends. Let me explain it. All right. Look, this wizard here.
I read clothes. Oh, the wizard?
Uh,
Where?
Yeah,
Which
look,
one?
halfling. This gentleman here.
Oh.
I let my like pole arm just kind of like softly slip out of my hand towards him.
And you know the wizard definitely takes a step back and is like,
Oh, then I just let it fall in front of him. Thump, thump, thump. Oh, sorry. Oh, see, mistakes happen too with weapons. Yeah, not just with magic.
what?
you fuck.
I don't understand what's happening. What am I supposed to I don't know what's going
Oh,
on.
I'm sorry. Do you want me to
That-
teleport this on you?
There was an
look.
accident. He lost
Look,
a hand.
Do
Magic
you
was the
want to have
result.
look?
Oh,
here's-
magic's not accidents. They do that shit.
Here's
Oh,
the
yeah.
Here's as simple
I
as
just
it
dropped
gets.
this fucking teleporter pole up your ass.
Excuse me. Here's as simple as it gets. The only way you're meeting with Captain Zord this evening is if you let this gentleman
Hey, Jingo, excuse my
teleport
money.
you there.
Jingo, I'm with you, man. I ain't going on no fucking teleport by no wizard. They be into some weird shit sometimes.
Oh yeah, next thing you know, you got a fucking pole up your ass. That's why I'm gonna fucking strike first.
So you're
What
not gonna,
happens- What happens if
What?
we don't make it all the way to the boat and we end up in the middle of the bay?
You were dead.
I think
Yeah,
we
might
have
as
no
well-
problem teleporting as long as this asshole goes with us.
Yeah,
Until he's
might as
like,
well fucking
hold
stick
on to
us
the
in a
guy who's
catapult.
talking shit.
Stick
Do
us
you
in a
have a
fucking
boat?
catapult and shoot us out there, you fuck.
all right.
You have a boat. We'll paddle ourselves out there.
Really?
Yeah, we'll
I'll
fucking
fucking swim on my fucking stick.
And we're gonna do work and shit.
Wait.
Dirty fucker.
Yeah,
How far
no.
is this other
There's
boat?
no look. There's no
Next
more.
thing you get teleported to a beholder's lair, then you're enslaved for the rest of your life. Do you really want
Look,
to?
there's no more. There's no more waiting. You guys are not teleporting. That was
Why
the
don't you
offer.
teleport my fucking hand back? Huh? If you can
A good
teleport my
wizard
fucking
could
hand
do
back,
that,
Te-
right?
te-
A good
I'll
wizard
fucking
could do
Tell,
that.
whatever
tell
the
the
fuck.
captain
Yeah,
we
yeah,
appreciate
well,
the invite, but we are
Look,
a little
would
afraid of
you-
magic. Just
Yeah,
tell him that.
look.
yeah,
Can
fuck
you-
that
can-
Captain Zord. I don't give a fuck.
These very large gentlemen are going to remove you from the ship.
Oh, we'll just keep
Thanks.
them to remove us.
Thanks. I gave you the opportunity to meet the captain. Apparently, you're not interested.
Oh, you're doing us a fucking favor. Let me do you a fucking favor. Hold your fucking hand out.
You want me to hold my fucking hand out?
Oh, hold your fucking hand out. I'm gonna do you a good favor, you and your fucking magic shit. I hear you fucking twinkle your fingers and shit to do your fucking magic. I'm gonna do you a fucking favor right now. You
I get
fuck.
up real close behind Jingo. I'm not touching you, but I'm just behind you, okay? I'm just behind you.
Mr. Sideways takes a step to the side. And
I think that's probably wise, Mr. Sideways.
Ways.
You note that everybody's very confused, but the two large gentlemen who now flank this person are not confused. They are starting to kind of usher you towards the gangplank.
Oh, I balled them too.
Yep.
They do not take note of you, Jingo, other than to make sure that you don't go underneath their arms.
I'll use a bonus action to. Oh, that didn't work. Okay, they've got. I'm getting off the boat.
So they kind of usher you off.
Holy
and
fuck! The
I know,
trick
right?
fails tonight.
Look at that. That's
as
like
you
it
guys
looks
are
like eyes
walking off-
staring
as
at
you
me.
guys are walking off, the same gentleman follows you and says, look, the captain was really interested in meeting with you.
Boats. We'll paddle ourselves out to
No,
the port.
wait. Just please be quiet for a second before I tell you to fuck off. Look, you don't remember me, but I've met you before, and I think you might be interested in what you have to say. But if this is the kind of energy you're bringing aboard the ships and bringing towards the captain, I'm pretty sure he wants nothing to fucking do with you. All right,
Yo,
and I'll
man,
tell.
hey,
And
if
look,
you
look,
don't
look, wait,
touch
hold
the
on.
wizard,
And I'll tell him the fucking same. unless you can come at me with some reason that you can meet with him. Give me some fucking reason why I
Oh,
would
how'd you know that's what I named my polearm? Reason.
I'll
Bingo, you
I'll
said,
give
you
you
said, you said,
I
come
will-
at me.
I'll give you a reason. We
Yeah.
own the best tavern on the shore with the best wine your captain's ever tasted.
The Yawning Portal. That's Dernan's place.
That's not the best tavern on the shore.
What?
Troll Skull Manor, my friend.
We have recently
best
acquired
drink
Troll
ever
Skull
had.
Manor, and we have the highest sought after wine in Waterdeep.
Mhm.
And a mixed vegetable and fruit drink that provides all nutrition necessary.
Boomba, if you don't have inspiration, take inspiration from
Which I heard gives-
vegetable and fruit
gives-
drink.
gives weary sailors the energy to, if you know what I mean.
Oh, it prevents scurvy.
That too, my friend. That
Oh,
too.
good. Well, that's lovely. Please,
Oh.
here's the thing. Right now, what you're confronting us with is basically confusion,
Well,
and
that's typically the message we send everywhere, but a lot along those same lines, we get a lot of business done. So for those that can see past the confusion and the chaos that we represent, that is where we
We
excel.
represent good too. I would throw good in there, my friend.
Yeah, Boombo.
Well, these are-
we also represent the good.
these
Yeah.
are all lovely fucking.
Boy, and we represent the fucking order. Yeah.
So
Lot of fucking
quick,
order.
hold on a second, Alan. What's the name of the guy that we Dumbledore or Thimblebop? What's his name?
His name is the Wayland Pike is the person you're speaking to.
No.
Captain Zord is the person you want to speak to.
No, who is the rich guy we saved?
Oh, Reynard Neverember.
Never Ember. Yes. We have ties with some of the nobility as well. So
That's lovely. I could
Volo
really
himself, mate. Volo himself.
look. I could give a shit about
Shit.
nobility.
things.
Look, guys. Hi.
yeah.
Look, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I have been kind enough to give you moments of my fucking brilliance, which obviously you've not soaked in, and that's fine. But you have been weighed, measured, and found wanting to meet our captain as you are presenting yourselves. So if you'd like to come before him with slightly less confusion and possibly danger, I may find a way to still allow you to meet with our captain. Other than that, may I inquire what is so important that you need to speak with him about?
Yeah, man. We just want to know. A mechanical man was sold to an individual that did something quite dirty and caused a lot of devastation in our neighborhood where we do business, and we just want to see if we could get a lead of information or something.
I see. So you. That's
He's ordering a liter of info.
Come
so.
on, and hey,
Liter,
no,
liter
no,
info?
no.
You
Excuse
got
me.
liter info?
Excuse me.
and we'll treat you. You come to Troll Skull Manor. We'll treat you. We'll treat you and 6 of your top individuals. We'll treat you. We'll treat you so good. You'll be so full.
Excuse me. Do you promise? Safe haven then for Captain Zord at this Troll Skull Manor location?
Fellows of the Troll Skull Manor, what ye say ye all? Yea or nay?
Oh yeah.
Wow, that was like words.
I will.
Those were like words
That
that
was
came at
actually
me.
words that made sense.
I'll
They
start.
were-
Home says yea.
Faith
There were
in Jesus is
level-
all the safety and reassurance I need.
And somebody said Jesus. I'm very confused. I don't know what that is.
Dingo looks at Mr. Sideways for the lead.
No, I'll wait. Everybody kind of. Your protection and the captain's will be both guaranteed and assured should you decide to step foot anywhere near Trollskull Manor.
I see. Look,
And we would be honored if you would accompany us for a wine tasting.
look, like I said, I have been introduced to you before. Because of that, I have a soft spot for you, and the
Wait.
fact that you have
I know.
some
which-
information about these mechanical men, I'm sure Captain Zord will be very interested to hear what you have to say about it. But
is
here's the
this
thing.
That was already in Trollskull.
Here's the thing. Tell me a little bit more about this mechanical man thing and the mechanical problem, because I don't want it to come back on the captain.
It stole something off a dead gnome.
Dear fucking lord, a mechanical man stowed something off a body. What are you talking about?
Mechanical man used the necklace to create an explosion, which killed the gnome, which then
Okay,
forced
excuse me, person in hard spun cloth. Allow me 1 moment. Please all wait here. You're telling me that a mechanical creature injured something or someone and stole something and ran away with it.
Yeah, it's 2 witnesses. I'll show.
Okay, all right, enough. Give me a moment. Excuse me. Wordworth, get me 2 more of your girth, all right, and have them watch these guys. Look, I'll be right back. And he sneaks off.
What do we do? I don't know. Shit. I feel like if we leave,
know.
they'll try to beat us up.
Two more big guys.
I say we make an example out of the 4 of these big guys and just beat them to a bloody pulp.
Fucking kneecap them all. You want to? Hey,
It's
you want to just kneecap them all? Just fucking.
Are you guys
Billy
just
Club 'em?
trying to fuck with Alan?
I know
Alan's
it's
battle?
crazy. I love you guys. You guys are.
Alan's doing the best he can to guide us down the right path. Fucking it up every time.
Ladies and gentlemen, as a dungeon master, most of the time you spend is hanging on for dear life. Just saying. All right. It isn't very long as you guys are like, well, should we kick the shit out of these 4 gigantic guys who are standing in front of us? That you hear do wait a moment, please. Gentlemen, please stand aside. Hello, everybody. And a very flamboyant gentleman steps forward. And this is what you see.
Oh, nice.
Oh, jeez. Is
He
that?
says, "Oh, please, everybody, stand aside. Stand aside. Hello, and welcome
That's
to
Matt
the
with long hair.
welcome, welcome to the Hellraiser. I am Captain of Zardoz Zord.
Sounds just like me too.
I know that you have received a lot of back and forth this evening, but I would love to hear what you have to say to me, especially as it deals with mechanical men, because
Yes, mechanical man, yeah.
because the problem is, well, look, I can have my wizards take our meal from the eye catcher and bring it here if you are uncomfortable with teleporting to my main ship. The quarters here are not as nice, but I'm sure the captain will allow us to use his quarters. I'm just very excited to speak to some Waterdevians. It's not something I get a chance to do very often. I'm very excited. So will you
Wonderful.
follow? Will you follow me?
Right this way. Everybody, let's go. Come on
Yeah,
now.
come,
Let's go.
It's very nice. Very nice. I'm very excited. Look at you. You are dressed very much like a guard, my small person. And the pull, wow, the pole arm is lovely. That's nice. Please enjoy. Come in, come in. You are wearing. You seem
Bingo
very
looks up at him
dour.
like, what the
Please,
fuck? You remind me of my fucking dirty aunt.
please come in. Look, you have very large hair. I like it. It's very nice. I have the same. We're very close.
Yeah,
Please come.
absolutely. You are almost as fine looking as I am.
Right, but not as much. I understand. Is
Absolutely. Captain
you're
Zorhan, I have
lovely.
to tell you that you're it's just impeccable manners. Just
I will say
so
something
beautiful
too.
light in
I
this
hope you
room.
don't mind that you look very familiar, but
I
we'll
have
talk
an
about.
oil you could rub on each other's muscles. Yeah, an oil.
Yes, you
Rub
are.
on each
You
other.
are small and are
Two of you
confusing to
together,
me,
man.
but I like you. Come in, everybody. Okay, look, please come around the table, and as you kind of enter this kind of very grand captain's quarters, um, you note that the table it now stretches basically from the door in which you entered up to kind of the large windows that look out towards the back of the ship. This is definitely once a captain's quarters, but you do note that there are no large desks, no kind of like the usual situation you'd see in this same location. It seems like it's been converted possibly seconds ago to a kind of a dining hall in that same environment. There are plates for everybody here. Also, a plate at the very end in which Captain Zord stops at and says, "Please, please fill in at the table. Everybody has a plate. Look, we have tons of food. We have, if you like the seafood, we have whatever you'd like on this side. Over here, we have, we have some great Waterdeep fare. I'm not sure, but there's, dive in and take what you'd like. I'm very excited to see you guys. But before we get into anything very serious, um, like, who are you?
Well, we are the masters of Troll Manor Keep. Wait,
Yeah, man.
Troll,
Trolls.
Troll something Manor? I can't
Troll
remember.
skull.
Skull
Manor.
Manor.
Troll Skull Manor, that's it. We're
Jinx.
currently renovating. We've got an excellent vintage that we've been concocting. It's
What, the Troll Skull Manor? Like, that was the
Polo's place. Now it's ours now. Volo gave it to us.
Volo Gethemp you're talking about.
Yeah,
I've heard of him. He had
owed
an
us.
inn.
And he owed us one, so he
Tavern?
gave us the
Well,
Troll
like,
Skull
if you
Manor.
don't mind, the Troll Skull I'm thinking of was owned by a dwarf a long time ago. That was in, but that was like North Ward. You're not up in the North Ward, are you?
Yes. And this is where the attack was. This is where the attack was by the
The
mechanical
attack.
man.
What attack was?
By a mechanical man.
it was
Oh, okay. So this is what you came to me for.
Yes.
Because why? You've heard something?
It's not what you did. It's what the person did with what you did with what you did and why you did it. Is we don't care, but the person did it. We just care about the person.
There's lots of words you're using
Basically,
there.
yes. So yeah, man.
I did something. Wait, you're saying that I did something with something. What do you? No, just go
Yeah,
back.
man. Okay, man. So we know sometimes you be selling the mechanical men, okay? But we're not
It's
trying
true. It's true. Let me tell you.
But
Let
we're
me
not
tell
trying to get the
that
keep on
was
you.
that was last year's luck that still shine upon me. I was in Gnomish capital of Lantern, right? The Gnomish kingdom, right? I played the cards with the gnomes, who were very smart mechanically, not so good with some of the numbers. However, I win some of these nimble rights, and I have them have a spares. The last 2 years, I sell some.
Yeah, man. You
Nimble
sell?
ride.
Do you sell some that? Do you sell some to anyone that you would be thinking, hey, if I sold it to this person, they could tell this here nimble right to kill somebody.
Oh
or
no,
steal.
no, 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 no. See, no, 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 no. That's not what this is about. He killed somebody.
Yes, a gnome. It killed a gnome and stole from a gnome. Two witnesses. Two witnesses in Waterdeep
Well,
confirmed.
Holy shit!
well, and yes, well,
Hold on a second.
a gnome died, and a mechanical man stole something off of the body.
Oh shit. Okay. Why don't you eat some food? I just checked something.
This porridge is wonderful.
Yeah, but
Uh,
Mr. Sideways, I thought they said it jumped from the second floor.
Oi,
there's some. He jumped. Some. Oh my goodness. Look.
my
Look.
assertion would be that there could have been someone who was controlling this mechanical man,
Yeah.
who
Look.
also used the necklace of fireballs, and
What did
then
you?
fled the
What did you?
scene after the fireballs had been cast.
Grayson, do me a favor, okay? Please give me any records about nimble rides in the last 2 years, okay? Please. Now, as faster than you can, okay? Faster than you can, please. Huh? Okay. Um,
Nimble right, the nimble right.
are you
Yes.
enjoying your food? I'm sorry. I'm very. Uh, I just don't like. We try so hard to fit into uh, Waterdeep's ways. We don't like to cause any incidents. You haven't.
So,
You haven't really talked a lot about this to say possibly guards or
so we haven't
people.
we haven't spread your business, as
Okay,
most don't know your business,
good.
nor do
That's
they
good.
know that you are the one supplying the nimble rights.
Right.
It takes a motley crew to go noticed yet unnoticed. You
Yes, I know. I
your,
understand that
your
because
man your man was complaining of our chaos and our confusion, yet amidst the confusion we find the answers that we seek.
right. Here's the thing. I want you to understand. These creatures are not meant to be they're what is the word they call it? Automaton. How you say? Automaton.
Automaton.
An automaton.
Automaton. They call
Automaton.
it machine that is automated, it's not something I do on purpose to cause trouble. I have them from the gnomes. I want to make money. It's
The question is
yes.
is there such a way that one of these nimble rods,
Nimble rides.
nimble right, would be controlled and or directed to take action against another?
Yes,
They can
it
do that.
is possible, but
It's
I don't
possible.
sell. I don't sell to people that do that. I don't sell to
Well, so
say.
what we
Say if there was a thing called the Xanathar Guild, and they come to me and they say, I want an automaton to cause trouble. I say, fuck no,
okay, so
right? I only sell to people who say, hey, you got an automaton. I hear they are okay with cleaning things and picking
so
things up.
now the Xanathar Guild
Uh-huh.
has gained in power over the
Yes,
last 6
it's
months.
true. Since I've been here last year, they've even gotten more
So in the
power.
last 6 months, they've gained in power, and they
Mm.
may have come into possession of said automaton.
Okay.
Nimblewright. What we
That's
want
what
to
I
know
thought. Yeah.
is where this Nimblewright came from or whom it was sold to.
I can't really tell you because each one is a little different. I don't. What does it? Do you know which one it
And-
looks like?
And that would in fact help us find out.
Okay. Look.
So if you could give me a list of I'm sure you've only sold probably 10 of these, right?
Less than that.
Then if you just
This year I've only let go 4 of them.
so if you tell me the 4 families that you sold it to, we can go and we will track it down just as we tracked you down.
Here's the thing. I don't like to anger those people. That
Well, we're
you
not
know,
we're not going in on the anger front. We'll go in
here's the
on
thing. I've asked lots of money for these things because they are amazing.
and these people have shown them off, I'm sure.
Yes.
So if I find the family that does not have the automaton anymore, then I know which family it was taken from.
That is lovely
I
thought.
just I need to know the 4 families that have it.
Okay, I will tell you. I just need some assurances that my name will not be dragged down in this.
Your name won't be mentioned at all.
At all?
Why would we mention you? We just would say we'd love to see your Nimblewright.
Okay, you speak a lot of words, and I like you, but some of you are quiet and don't say the same things he does. Is that true, though, that you won't say anything?
Why would we mention
don't.
you?
We
Come
do
on, what
not
you said is
care
what I
about
said
your
to you
business.
earlier, but you just didn't understand what I
Okay,
said.
now you're all speaking lots of words together that I don't hear.
Again,
How about we say, you, the person with the cross on chest, what do you say? You're going to say things bad about me?
For no, I mean for he satisfies the longing soul and the hungry soul. He fills with good things. Psalm 107:9.
Oh. Can you say that again?
Jesus said that. Therefore, let no one pass judgment on you in questions of food and drink, or with regard to a festival, or a new moon, or a Sabbath. These are a shadow of the things to come, but the substance belongs to Christ. Colossians 2:16.
Wow. You
Beautiful.
okay? I think I believe that. I'm not sure what I believe, but it's close. It sounds nice.
Yeah,
You-
I mean, it's a
You
loving God.
next to him who smells very like a pipe filled with herbs.
It's a loving God, and
Yes, I'm not talking to you anymore. It's
Right, oh,
nice. I'm
this is
glad you
Boba.
like. I'm
Yeah.
glad you like your lord. He's
Mhm.
nice. I'm talking to the one that smells like he's high. I'm sorry. I tried to say it nicely. You smell like
he's
something.
definitely high, and he's on
You
board.
smell like something I smoke. Is it? You are okay, right?
You probably got it from him, by the way.
What?
It probably comes from his source. So
Yeah,
that's
man, I'm
how
okay.
come.
Why you ask? Why you ask? Yeah, I'm okay. Why you ask? Tell me.
I just
Tell me
because
why you
I'd
ask.
like because I want to help you, but you guys are confusing me.
Yeah, there should be no confusion, my friend. A robot was sold to someone here in Waterdeep, a town that I grew up in,
Okay.
and they attacked my fucking
Look,
neighborhood.
they're not supposed to do that. I mean, like the people I sell it to is nice people. I'm not selling it. I'm not selling it to cultists or crazies.
Well,
You're just asking. That's all we need to know.
Listen,
Then if you don't know,
Well,
you
so,
don't
and
know.
just-
sir, we
just
have
one quick
no
comment. You seem
need
like a
to
pretty sharp
mention
fellow,
your
and I
name at
think we
all.
believe you.
We have no need to bring you up in any way, shape, or form. We just need to know who got the robots.
As I said, Captain Tom, we don't
Okay.
need to mention your name. We just
Look.
need the name of the 4 families.
Okay, here's the thing.
Think about this. If we know
Yes.
this,
Have a
who
little
else
break.
might know that
Figure it
you
out
were also
from
a supplier of Nimble?
By the way, those of you
appreciative.
Those of you that are actually indulging in the food that suddenly appeared on this table, it is delicious, juicy, fabulous. There's a lot of seafood options, obviously. All of that is very fresh. And for those of you who had not really tried a seafood option before, you're like, okay, I see why people enjoy this.
I don't eat animal products.
Really
Mon.
good.
No, thank you. I'd rather not. I'll be fine.
But you're too busy talking. Um, um, so he says, look, I can give you the names, okay, of 4 peoples that I gave to that sell it. Okay, I sell it to them. The most recent. You ready?
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I sell to the Grand Halls.
Grand Hall?
Yeah, the Growlhound.
Great. How the fuck do you spell it?
GRALHUND.
Pumbaa can't write anyway. It doesn't matter.
Right. I sell one to the Hawkwinter family.
Spell it.
Hawkwinter. Like the bird is HAWK, and winter like the winter that you have when it snows.
Winter is coming. Like winter is coming.
Brawlhand Hawkwinter. Next.
Okay, and then the Fan family.
Fan, like the fan.
Fan family. I'm sorry. I'm speaking too quiet?
Spell it. Fan.
You're
Fan. TH. Fan family. I'm
TH.
very confused. You are making me feel very put upon. I invite you into my home.
Hey, man. Excuse me for not understanding your foreign dialect.
No, it's okay. Sometimes it's confusing. Look, I also.
You know, you don't understand.
Listen. Before I give you the last name, I want to know why you are so excited about knowing these things.
We're being good community members.
No.
Yeah, man.
No. I want to know really. I want to know really is why.
I mean, Ezekiel, you tell him why ultimately.
Wait, he's going to say confusing words. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure the natural had something to say.
It's nice you like to speak and you say words that make me feel calm and I'm confused, but I'd rather you not speak right now. I want somebody to explain to me why I should give you these last words.
Jingo or Mr. Sideways? Ricard?
Anybody want to give me? Because here's the thing. I mean, you all seem very interesting. It's why I wanted you aboard. Sometimes I get bored. And I like to have you aboard to talk to me. But now I feel very like you see me as bad guy. I'm not bad guy.
You know what, though? It doesn't matter because if we investigate the 3 families and none of them are it, we're going to know.
Hold on. There's 4. What was the 4th family, sir?
Do you want it?
Yeah.
I give one to the House of the Inspired Hand because they asked for one to figure out the workings.
The House of the Inspired Hand. Is that the gnomes?
Well, yeah. that's the priests of Gond, you know.
Yeah, hey, have a learn. And remember, they do not sell nimble rights. But why would they buy them? What's going on?
Well, they want to learn how it works so that they can duplicate.
Or tell it to do something evil.
Right.
The gnomes don't care that much.
Captain,
life was lost. Life was lost, though. Life was lost.
We are investigating and we are looking into the.
Well, what I think the good captain may be pointing out is if the House of Gond has these devices, which are ultimately devices, it might be the ones maybe retrieving something from those dead bodies that we've been hearing so much about. And I am, for one, incredibly impressed by Captain Zohan and his phenomenal ship that we
Who's
have here.
Captain Zordan?
You know, Captain Zubaz. So I think.
Oh my gosh, you speak of me. I'm sorry. I'm so confused. I like, who's
You handsome
Zordan?
devil.
I'm Zord. Please call me Zord or I freak out and I lose it.
No problem, Captain.
Okay.
Zord. I think that we have just a little bit to offer you. So do you ask, why are we motivated? Well, let's be real. We're motivated by what motivates everybody. Chicks and gold. And that's pretty much why we're here.
Oh, I like
So that being said,
I'd
if
have
a
to
bunch of
differ,
us,
but I'll let him
Chicks
speak
and
for the rest of the
gold.
group.
Shh.
if
He
a
said
bunch
chicks.
of us can
He said
figure
chicks
out,
and gold. Please go on.
yeah, I mean, let's think about this. If
Uh-huh.
we can figure out who you are,
Yes.
then let's be real. My friends are not really rocket surgeons.
I'm Captain
But
Zordan's.
I think
Surgeon.
other
What?
people
Rocket run.
will figure out who you are. And I think you want the word to get around that your nimble rights are good. And they are friendly and they're good servants, not tools of evil.
Right. Here's the thing though.
My emote happened right as Record says, "These aren't the smartest people."
Yeah, here's the thing though. I don't open business on these. I have them to get rid of. Like I have like 3 more that I wanted to get rid of, but now I worry because you say they cause trouble. I don't want to get rid of the 3 I have.
Well,
if I'm
what if
going
we
to.
helped you redeem the image of the nimble right? I mean, for example, could one carry a rogue to the ring? Perhaps announce the presence of a champion.
What?
You
What
know,
he's saying, man, is the nimble rights have bad
phenomenal
names in
servant they are.
Waterdeep. How are you going to sell them now? That people, because the word is already spread amongst the community that a mechanical man blew up the north alley of Troll Skull. So how are you going to sell a mechanical man with a bad
Right.
name like that?
Look, strange person who smells like weeds in garden. Here's the thing. That is why I brought you aboard, because I have 3 more to sell. To be honest, they make good money. It's
How much are they, by the way?
you want to buy one?
Depending on how much they are.
It's expensive.
And what is
It's very
expense? What is an
expensive.
expense? I'm a monk. I don't care about
We're talking platinum. We're talking. It's very expensive.
how
How
many.
do we retrieve one for you then?
Here's the thing.
How many platinum?
Here's the thing. You are dressed like homeless person. I appreciate that you ask me questions, but it's above what you how you I thought I give you food to like impress you because you are
Did I not tell you that we already own Troll Skull Manor?
that's
Did I not
that's-
tell you that we have the most sought after wine in all of Waterdeep?
lovely. That's good stuff. I'm happy for you.
You know what it sells per barrel, right?
I don't.
Right. So just because I dress like a homeless monk,
Yes.
because, well, I'm not really interested in money. So when I ask a question of a purveyor, of a salesman, the answer when they say you can't afford it, then I probably don't want it. But typically I would just go down the street and buy it from somebody else and then bring it back and show it off.
Okay.
So when I ask you how much are they, I would expect a straightforward answer, not a you can't afford it.
Honestly, it depends on what people are willing to pay for it. Do you know
Right.
what I'm saying? I mean, this is I have to explain it to you
Well, the
because
fact is you
look. There
have
comes
3 more to
there,
get rid
look. There comes a time, right, when you have something other people want, you determine like, oh, they really want this, and then you say something ridiculous, and they say, oh, okay, that's ridiculous. I pay it, and then I say, oh, maybe it depends. Shit on what people pay for it, right?
So how about
So
this?
what are you like? Let's say, what are
So-
you willing to? What are you willing to pay for it, homeless dressed person?
So Captain,
Yes.
You
Yes.
who have an overstock of nimble rods that you can't get rid of.
Nimble
'cause nobody-
rights. Like, why you not listen? It's nimble rights.
Remember, confusion amongst the chaos brings us solutions.
Come on. And Jesus too.
So,
And
And
Jesus too.
Spirit.
How-
What is in Jesus
so
too?
when I ask,
What
when
does
you
that
tell
mean?
me, Captain,
Wait,
Captain
he
Tom,
said and Jesus too, and like I don't know.
my friend Ezekiel, he has alkalites for the new white god, Jesus. Now,
Wait, what new white
Jesus,
god?
hold
is
on. First of
Jesus?
all, no. Jesus is black. He is skin like bronze and hair like wool. And we don't have the bronze is
What are you
oxidized, so it's the bronze. It says in Genesis, Jesus has skin like bronze, and it's oxidized bronze, it's dark brown,
Okay.
and hair like wool. Jesus is from Africa, and he's
Where?
black.
Where is he from?
Africa. You might not have heard of the place.
No, I don't think I have.
Yeah, but
I guess you're not really interested in selling.
Wait,
these
is that
nimble
in
rods.
is that in Cartour? Is that where that is? Well, how you spell it?
oh my God, I have no idea.
I need to get somebody who has. They're asleep. They don't have. Look, my map guy. He's asleep. I don't have that right now. Africa, you say?
Mhm.
Africa. How you say? A-H.
Yeah.
R K-A. I got it.
I nailed it.
A-H-F-R-K-A. Africa is how I spell it. I look that up on the map and stuff. But you say he come from this place, but I never heard of this place.
Maybe you haven't heard of everywhere. I mean, have you heard of
I
Egypt?
guess I haven't, but I'm a traveler. I travel with a lot of. I'm sorry. You look confused. I look confused.
Yeah,
If-
I mean, I'm not an expert on geography.
Look, I give you the I give you the last one. House of Inspired Hand. These are the families that have them. They give me lots of money, and I thought I would give them some sort of privacy, but apparently not. Will you give me some? Will you give me some time to send them information to say I am sorry that you noble families have to be bothered by homeless people come to door and say why you have these mechanical creatures?
We're not. First of all, we're not homeless, right? We have a mansion.
And second
Can
of
I get an
all,
insight if he's being honest about only selling 4?
You can try to inspire them.
No, I
Yes.
can't.
So no, you can't do that thing.
I'm like, yeah, it sounds good to me.
What kind of roll would it be? An insight roll?
Yes, insight would be good.
Thanks
Now
for giving
I'm
us
curious.
those 4
I see
names.
Mr. Sideways is trying to size them up.
I'm gonna roll an insight as well.
Excellent.
20. I rolled a natural 20 plus 3.
I fucking rolled another one. Are you fucking kidding me?
It is your
Avalorn,
night.
he is
Yeah.
100%. You're like, I can't ask him any more fucking questions because he's so on it.
I can't believe I've rolled 6 ones tonight.
It's really crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty bananas.
If
Sometimes I think roll 20 is bugged.
if we do make a critical fail,
This is the night
like
because I
like little statue for you.
six critical fails in the same night.
It'll be a D20, all of ones. That's like gold.
That's my roll.
What's your roll? Tell me.
There, my background.
23.
Oh shit. Through all of it, it's
That's pretty cool, Jay.
it's really like you are in it, right? Like you are there. You kind of feel past like his ridiculousness. I will say that Boomba, there is something you're noting behind the buffoonery. And you caught 2 moments, and so has Ezekiel caught 2 moments of like him shifting and surprised, and that he went out of character for that moment, and you totally caught it. Jingo.
I wanted to give myself disadvantage on that because I'm so busy eating and cutting the shit out of my mouth on shells. But that
Here's
didn't
the
work
thing- here's
out
the-
because
here's the
I'm
thing,
the
though.
opposite of Matt tonight.
Here's the thing though, Jingo.
Mhm.
In moments of pain
Mhm.
can come moments of clarity. There's a moment that you were like,
I
mother.
remember this and think about hurting people who are not seeing things.
There's a moment that you cut your lip,
Mhm.
and you're like, motherfucker, and you kind of grab for a napkin, and as you grab for a napkin, you look up and you catch that same moment. That moment of I'm being so silly, it's crazy, and you catch that moment of
The
real.
fucking Moors, they fuck so many Italians. And every fucking one of them is part eggplant.
So basically, you catch that moment of you do those.
So he's acting
all
suspect.
3 of you catch like the fact that he is not the fool that he makes himself out to be, and the fact that he is all 3 of you note he is concerned about what you have brought to him.
Kaiser Sose.
Yes,
Kaiser
exactly.
He
Are the
busted
big
Kaiser
thugs-
Sose in the first scene.
Are the big thugs in the room?
They are not.
So it's
Too
just
bad.
him and us?
Yep.
Oh, Capitan.
Would have been a headlock.
No.
I assassinate him.
I just say, oh, Capitan.
Yes.
While I believe you, I think you're being so sincere with me.
Great.
Yeah.
I'm glad you feel that way.
The problem is,
Mhm.
you know, to fool a fool, one must act a fool.
Right.
And as you act a fool, you sometimes don't fool the fool.
I think I get it. I think I follow along with you.
I would like.
You say, hold on. You say
This is my
that-
Kane speech.
here's the thing.
Boy,
You say-
I didn't get a goddamn thing of that.
no, I get it though, small person. You say there is fool, right? And that another fool wants to fool the fool. So the fool has to act like a fool to have the other fool go, oh, he's a fool. He's crazy. And this fool no, I don't think I got that right.
Oh yeah, just a bunch of fooly fool.
No, the problem is when the fool who
Mhm.
acts the fool yet doesn't fool the fool. I'd appreciate just the straight, honest truth.
So you think I no give you straight honest truth?
So we're
Oh,
all
no.
fools.
I think you did.
Oh, so you're saying you're not giving me straight honest truth?
No,
Who's
not
not,
the one-
giving truth then?
I'm not acting a
confused.
fool.
Oi, I know I'm not the smartest person in this here room.
Mm.
And we all kind of fools.
No, but I like halfling. I like halfling. You guys are awesome. You should see. I've got
Halfling's
I've
about
got
to kill you.
I've got 3. I've got 3 halfling. They do great. They clown. They do the clowning. You know, and there's 3 halfling. They do. Oh, we run away, and then we have the owl bear that we train. Right. We have had to replace 2 halflings only. Cause Albert get hungry sometimes. But he's been very good. We've got him much better where we don't go through the halflings like we used to do this. Right?
My halfling friend does not like to be referred to and or his brethren
Okay.
things of consequence.
No, I mean, no, say that. They're great. They're awesome. I like the halfling. I basically what I say. I like halflings. What say you, my
Leaving,
friend?
Okay,
What say you, my friend?
you're lucky Jay's leaving because Rickard might just kill you.
How about we leave this place of strange?
I find a silver and I put it in Rickard in hopes that it like activates his kill spree.
I think that will work. Honestly, I think that'll work. Hey, Ricard, you are a perfect addition to this crew. And thank you, Jay, for joining us. We love it. And
Absolutely. Like I said earlier, no zany.
yeah,
Nothing
no, there's
zany
nothing
here at
zany in
all.
this world.
Nothing zany to see here.
I will say
Move
this
along.
before I go. Like, so we were batting back and forth today when the dungeon master Alan was like, hey, here's a character sheet. Here's kind of a little bit of what we're doing. So I was like asking, I was like, hey, what do you guys need for the party? Because they're all different. Like you have the same characters at different tables, and they're all very different. And this is a great example, by the way. And so I failed to do what I usually do is I read like text from people in the voice that they speak. So when I saw Jingo, he responded because I gave him some choices. Like, here's what I'm thinking. Jingo's like, yeah, there's that. Yeah, there's like totally straight laced. It's like we're playing this one right down the middle. I'm like, fuck, I gotta like get serious. It took me a good 22 seconds to figure out that was a lie.
No, sarcasm. Sarcasm's not technically a lie.
Yes.
So once
rending flesh,
once
but
I established that we were in fact not going to be playing it straight, I was like, I've got something for you, Mr. Wade Allen Steele.
oh
No,
shit.
but here's the crazy thing. That was originally and still not my intention to play it crazy. I tend to attract crazy. And
if I ever meet your wife, I'm gonna tell her you said that.
Oh my god. And she will so appreciate it and be like, yeah, he does.
Most
He
most
attracts
partners
crazy.
in this group would.
But Jay, it's awesome to have you aboard, man, and awesome for those of you who powered through a night that was, not what you're used to.
Something.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a lot of
never,
fun.
it's never like another day in hell.
It really is not that.
We're absolutely just.
It really it's
wound up in two situations back to back with different campaigns on a boat about to get into some shit.
Right.
True enough, though, that is very ironic, especially since we haven't played this game in over 3 months.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, the most discordant thing is actually listening to Matt sound like Kane from Kung Fu when he's talking. I am not used to that. And I was really having some moments where I had to center my chi, and it was like I'm learning some shit from Matt that I did not think that I would learn from Matt.
I will say.
You know what? I take offense to that because
no, but don't. Matt
playing someone coherent.
Matt, don't take offense to that because, like, Havalorn is like there have been times where I'm like, we're so close to being able to squeeze through. We might be able to do a Waterdeep tonight. We don't have Havalorn. I'm like,
next character Matt plays has to be like a wise old sage wizard. Super
there's
patient.
something about Havalorn. There have been at least five
sentences in one night, and that's it.
Yeah.
So just listen for him.
There's been like at least 5 times Havalorn has said, I climb a building and watch. And I'm like, yeah, well, everybody else is like, maybe they'll fail. It's Havalorn. Like, he's a spider. Like, he just beats up there.
Who rolls nothing but ones?
Tonight, it was all ones. I'm like, 6 ones in a row? What the fuck?
Dude, that's a Yahtzee. Anywhere you go, that's a
Yahtzee.
That's a Yahtzee +1.
That's a thing that you had going on for you there.
Yeah, you were rolling outliers tonight.
But as always, for those of you who peek in on us and watch, thank you so much. And Jay, thanks for joining our crew. Jason
Yeah.
and John, God bless you. It's so good to have you guys back.
Absolutely.
I miss you guys every time we play, and God, I hope we get a chance to do
Mr.
Waterdeep
Orc
more
tonight.
because you guys are awesome. Where did he go? I thought Courtney was out, but he was okay to play.
Oh no, because Greg's there.
Oh, that's
getting
right.
tattooed or something.
Yeah, they're down here. in August.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
I thought he, but I
No,
thought he
Greg
was
is-
cool to play.
No, Greg. They said last week that Greg, Mark, and Courtney were going to be out because Greg's.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, because of how we have structured this,
It works.
it works.
Mhm.
I love you guys, and thank you for an awesome night, and thank you guys for watching.
Yeah.
For those of
Thank
you
you,
that
Alan,
joined.
for
Thanks, Alan.
hooking
Oh,
it
God.
up.
Playing Havilorn.
It's so awesome to be a part of this. I really did want to have a moment where I read everything that's happened so far and then speed it up like 5 times and then just do like flashes of pictures of your characters and then be like, okay, and there's the there's the intro.
If there's anyone who could do that, Alan, that it would be you.
I love you.
The person who has like made videos of characters
Jay.
and
Oh, guys, I love you. Guys, have
All
a
right.
great night. It was awesome.
Night,
Yeah.
everybody. We'll
Yep.
see you guys next time. Maybe Thursday, maybe Monday. Well, one of those nights coming up. We'll see you real soon. Take care. Until
Peace
then.
out.
all right.